Good afternoon, students. Today we have our Msc class, that is from the book. It is value education and it is for standard 4. It is value education and it is for standard 4. So already we have completed first and second chapter. Today we are going to discuss the chapter 3, and the chapter 3 topic name is Independent India, and this will be very much interesting. Independent India. So let's get started. So in this topic, what we have Independent India. So in Independent India we are going to discuss later. First, there's a line: our freedom was won after a long struggle. Preserve this freedom. So this is a great line. It is not a easy things to get freedom. It is one of the toughest thing. More than 200 years we are under the British rule, and in 1947 we have our own independence in 15th of August. So we have to respect to our independence. We have to respect our freedom. So that is the main topic here, and there's the story. I'm going to read the story first. Mother's Sari. This Mother's Sari, and above it there is a line: Gandhiji took India on the path of freedom with the simple tools of Satyagraha and Swadeshi. This story tells us about his concept of Swadeshi. So now we are going to discuss it elaborative method, but let me read the story first. Sarojini was looking at the saris in her mother's cupboard. She wanted one to give to an old age home. Ma, do you need this sari? May I give it to the old age home? Asked Sarojini. Mother smiled and said, no, don't give this sari away. I will give you another one which looks new and which can be used by the others. This sari is very special to me. I don't want to give it away. Mother took the sari from Sarojini and said, this sari was made by my great grandfather for my grandmother. He was a freedom fighter and was put in jail by British. While in jail, he spun the khadi thread for this sari himself. Our family always preserved it. Next page. But Ma, why did he have to spin khadi himself? Asked Sarojini. It was one way of proving that India was independent, said Mother. At that time, the British used to take the cotton that was grown in India and sent it to Britain. There is the cotton was woven in the cloth and brought back to India. Here it is sold at a high price. This was one of the reasons why people in India lost their jobs and became independent on British. Gandhiji asked people to stop using foreign clothes and make their own clothes here in India. He said this would show to the Britishers that we are independent and do not depend on others for our needs. I understand now, said Sarojini, and I feel proud of my country. So this is the story here that we have already have read by line. Now we have to going to discuss it. So first of all, there was the Satyagraha and Swadeshi. We are here in our country under the British rule from 1757 up to 1947, 15th of August. It is not only about 200 years, more than 200 years. Before 1757, they are dominating us. British always dominate us. We have so many freedom fighters, so many people who are against the British. There was the violence way, there are the non-violence way. Both ways are there. Some took the violence method, some took the non-violence method. Gandhiji, he was the follower of non-violence method, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the familiar person, obviously he was in the violence way. Without blood, freedom can't be achieved. So there is the topic of violence way and non-violence way. We have to protest against the British, but do not with the use of any blood. That is the topic of non-violence. and Gandhiji was the follower. So there are so many freedom fighters: Bijoy Badal Dinesh, Master Sucho Sen, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Khodiram. They they are not coward. They were the bravest person. They were the bravest person in the world. They they sacrificed themselves. Even Bhagat Singh, when he was in this in the stage when he was going to be hanged, he was smiling. Look at the courage. Look at the courage of the great Bhagat Singh. So these are the freedom fighters. So here Gandhiji started the Satyagraha and Swadeshi. So what is Satyagraha? When you are protesting against the British in non-violence way, that is Satyagraha. And what is Swadeshi? Swadeshi. The in Bengali word or in Hindi word, Swadeshi means in Bengali নিজের দেশ, own country. So use the product that is made in your country and it is your country product by our Indian people. So that is the Swadeshi product. That time when Gandhiji came into our India from South Africa, we are going to use those British clothes and other things. Gandhiji sees all those things and he introduced those khadis. He encouraged people to use khadis. Those khadi shops are there in Kolkata or other places. In Kolkata, near Chandni, there was a great khadi building is there, khadi shops is there. It is actually a government product. It is a government product, and this khadi was introduced that time. Khadi means though Gandhiji using the charka, the wheels, spin the thread, and they make the khadi. So this was the khadi thing, and it was the step against the British to show the protest and showing them that we are independent. British thought that we are not independent. We can't able to do anything. So this was another thing, protest that we can do anything. So that is the thing. That time Britishers, they grown cotton in India. They're buying that product from the farmers in low amount of money. They're sending it to the England, the oven. They're making the cloths. Again, those cloths, they're bringing it back to our country and they're selling the product in high price. So again, they're profiting in two ways. They're collecting the product in low amount of money, so there will be a profit, and then they're selling the product in a high amount, so there will be another profit. So these two amount of profit, because of it, they gains a huge amount of profit. Actually, it was helping them, and we are the main people. We are suffering. We have to buy this product when they are banning all those Swadeshi things, all those Indian things banned. We have to buy. How can we wear thing? How can we wear other products? They are banning, so we have to buy the British product. That is the necessary things, and we don't have choice. We are buying those finished goods, and in our country, those workers, they are the weaver. They are in the problem. So many people lost their jobs that time. So people used to protest against the British by again using the charkas, again using the wheels. That is encouraged by Gandhiji's khadis. So here, Sarojini's mother, great grandfather, he was sent to jail. He was a freedom fighter, and that time British were putting all those freedom fighters in at any cause, any reason. They arrested them and put in the jail. In the jail, he spun the charkas, the wheel, and made the khadi sari for her grandmother. So that is why it is important. So near about 100 years old the sari, which has been made by a freedom fighters in Swadeshi, during the Swadeshi movement. So it is a thing that can be valued by any money. So it is a treasure. Treasure you can see in so many ways. Treasure means it can be gold, money, other things. And treasure means that cannot be defined, or that cannot be measured with any money, any currency. That is also treasure. So here it is also treasure. Your knowledge is also treasure. So that's why Sarojini's mother denied it, and she's telling that I am going to give you another sari. You will give it to the old age home. And old age home, why? Old age home, they need some. They are the old people live there. It's also run by government, also run by non-government organization. those children, they are not taking care of their own parents, they are sent to the old age home. So she was doing a great thing, and her mother was telling her importance about the treasure, about the Swadeshi movement, about the freedom fighters. So this is the topic, independent India, how we get our independence. It's a long story, it will not be covered in a few, in this short type of videos. So here is the movement that was made by Gandhiji, that is a Khadi movement, Swadeshi movement. And one more thing I will tell, when people are going to use the Swadeshi things, how they are showing their protest against the British. They not only in Calcutta, in Borisal, Dhaka, Jashore, Kulla, all other places, the Indian people, they are collecting all those British clothes from the house. They are dumping in a place, stored in the road, and burned it, and using the Swadeshi product, Swadeshi clothes, khadis. So this is the way of protest. So this is the Swadeshi product. This sari was a Swadeshi product, so, and it has a great importance to Sarojini's mother. So that is why she is telling it is a treasure to her, treasure to her. And also Sarojini understood how British are, how the Indian people showing their protest in non-violence way to the British. Sarojini also understood. This was the step. We are Indian people. We are showing that we are independent. We do not depend on others for our own need. We can complete our need by ourselves. That is the way. This is the way they are showing. So this is the topic. Hope you understood the topic, chapter 3, independent India. Read it very carefully. If any question, you can ask. Okay, thank you.